out at the moment. Oh. This will actually answer that question. That's right. I needed more steaks. So while we're waiting on this, let's make sure we have a lot of more steak. Turn that on. Not planning. Go ahead and fancy road this to here. And to there. And we need torches. Right there. Right. And we'll go ahead and beta there. So let's put you right there. The fixate, it'll, once we win, it will pull me out to force me to deal with, or if they decide to attack. If anything on the world map happens that involves my army, it will let me know and pull. Holy crap, there goes the swarm. Guys, oh my god, they're going. Jesus, guys. I can't see. Fellas. Please. Jeez. All right. Wow, that went rather quickly. There's King Command and Tribute. Yes, that I actually have mine turned off right now so I don't get raided. I can get attacked from basically rebels, uprisings, poking other factions when my stick is smaller than their stick. You know, that kind of stuff. Knife. Custom posture. Good. Yeah, multiple ways to handle that. Like you'll see, like the farms I start, or these I start off saying my farms are, I always do 25x6. That's two workers. I'll throw random ones in later to fill in, but I try to keep, from all the times I used to have everything big like that. Like even all my buildings are 9x7 because I love auto employ, but that happened to me a lot in the past. So all my rooms used to be something by 7. So that way I could make everything, you know, path easier and stuff like that. But at the same time, you know, you want your efficiency at 100. This way, worst case scenario, you're looking at 7 or 8 workers, and it will, at max, it will go down 1 as they don't have the stuff, or 2, as they become more efficient, you won't need as many people in there, whether it be from them working, tools, or research. But on that one, yeah, just paying that kind of hurts. I would probably try to turn off. You'll probably have to handle it by hand for a while. But coming out here, especially on your own, I don't want slaves. All right. Well, any more than I possibly need. The continent, or the country you started in, you might want to come out here and, you know, you can hold right click on your area. Because if you do, you know, if you just do like that, it pulls it up, not what you want to see. If you'll right click and hold, like where I start, shows you what can be taxed. If you put taxes in anything else, you're not going to get anything. It's literally a waste because that country does not produce it. But it shows their efficiency at each one. So see, I get a great amount of coal. Where over here, I did it simply because gems are a pain to come by and they sell real well. Or you can turn them into rings with bare necessities, and those sell for 3 or 4 grand each. So, even though you can't mine it, they could. So if you've conquered anyone, then you might want to see about just, as long as you can keep them happy with maybe 1 point in the garrison, 1 point in law, and then 1 point into taxing a type of food. Whatever would help you out the most. Because I'm transitioning to a pure evil bug run, so my numbers are a bit off. In all fairness, it is easier to have a balanced thing over here since each group likes to eat different foods. So that is something you could take into account. And you can also, if you have, doesn't matter we'll slow it down so I can do multiple things, not the warehouse. Doesn't matter if it's the eatery or the canteen. You can come in here, and now you have to do it for each one you've built. If you have multiple, keep that in mind. So what I adjust at this canteen does not affect this canteen. So you have to do it for every single one. No, I'm just playing them as an evil run because I plan on, it's one of those, it's however you want. I've played so much. I'm like, it'd be fun. Let's have bugs. And they're just, because I found out on the last one, like you can come in here, you can play admin points, elevate them so that way there are more of them here, or you can actually massacre and pay to kill any race off you want in a country. So I'm pretty much just going to slowly kill off all races that as I march through that aren't bugs. So I'm just being evil instead of I want to conquer the map. I want to conquer that. And I don't know if it'll help you out any, Wolf, just so, since you're new, and it took me, geez, I don't know. I've been playing this since it was just a demo. So, I don't know how many years I've been playing this. Because beforehand, it was just Dondorians and just so many showed up each day, you couldn't turn it off. So you would die eventually because you couldn't keep up with your population. It's just how far could you go kind of thing. When you're creating your game, it's like, it'll ask you the size of your world. That affects this world map right here. This map right here is always going to be technically the same size, give or take, based on, mountains, water that you can adjust. So if you want a small map, this map size is still going to be the amount of X by X. That's always the same. I don't know if that will help because, if you want small, I think this is a small map. Large is, it's a lot. It's one of those, it's going to take you a long time if you want to conquer everything. And since the dev is actually doing the updates pretty quick, so I don't have to reset every couple of months, might as well just do a small map and see how large or how far I can push. Because I think religion and what is it? Not hygiene. Man, my brain broke. What's the word I'm looking for? Diseases. That's like right now. I see you, Naru. Sanitation is like, yeah, help stop epidemics. That's what I was thinking of. I just should have done that. That's not really a thing right now. So putting points into this is just increasing your capacity and population growth health. Not really a thing yet. It will be in the next one. You're going to have to worry about diseases, sickness, whether or not the religion is there is not. There's going to be multiple type of religions and stuff. So you're going to have to keep that in mind also. which I'm really, really hoping that when that comes in, we can kind of, ooh, yeah, that's what I want to see. 52, yeah, that'll be good enough, but that'll up that. Oh god, that really lowered the loyalty. I don't like that. That's the one that's in right now. That was the one that happened a few weeks ago. It caused me to, actually it was probably at the beginning of the month. Yeah, that's what we're working with right now. That's why every time I conquer this, they show up. I'm being real careful with the amount of slaves I have, and why normally, since I don't use I turn crawl off, so I don't have the raids. Normally I don't really even worry about having my own personal garrison. I'm doing that now, and I'm going to try to keep them ahead of the curve and try to keep everyone happy. But procreation, really good. I do like the education system, which, speaking of which, I have not checked down on lately since I've upped it. How are we doing now? Hey, we've pulled up to 51%. How are the bugs looking? 60%, all right. I still think we're going to need another batch. We're starting to get enough that still don't know if I want them right there. I could put it right here. Oh, I could make this nursery area over here, since the kids don't really need to be near anything. Oh. That's not a bad idea. Are we? We're almost through with this road. Yeah, that was interesting, trying to... The other races, I'm not gonna lie, were easier for me to make a 100% efficient room when it came to... What did they actually name theirs? Civics, right? Yeah. Nurseries. The hatchery, on the other hand, that one actually took me a few times to get the hatchery to the right size, because they had, instead of the other ones have rugs, not a big deal that they can walk on. So, you know, that's easy enough. But the Garthimi have the humidifier. I think it's a humidifier. I don't think it's like a... Well, I can't say from here, but yeah, these humidifiers, and you can't actually, they block walking. So it was... That one took me a few tries before I got its efficiency where I wanted it. Because I try to keep, if at all possible, and I do an amazing job at it, it just takes me a lot of arguing. The nurseries, I'll just use it all the same. The nursery and the preschool, I guess would be the best way to put it right now. You know, if the nursery can hold 10 kids at a time, 10 babies, then I want the school to hold, you know, the same number, so they're all fully educated. All right. Spare none, leave no stone in tech, and teach this elemental lesson will be remembered for generations. That doesn't sound like it. I mean, leave no stone unturned, teach this. Okay, from the sound of it, that's not going... Okay, so we cannot 100% do it. And I hate to do that. I mean, this is kind of the point for science. Well, this is supposed to be science. Let's see what happens. turn to, okay, so no, you cannot destroy. Okay. Melting of spoils and slays. Oh, you've got 3 cantors in here. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, really? They censor the word race? Okay. Let's see. Red and rice screwed up. What let's see. I can do a pre-planning, and I can show you what I actually found a way to make that much easier to handle with a small garrison. Guess we'll just do mercy and occupy. I really didn't want you to begin with, but garrison, loyalty. All right, let's get one, at least one in sanitation. Come on. I don't need you people nasty. All right, let's pretty much pause it. You're good. 20 and auto. All right. What I did on a lot of mine, or on mine, is like on this, I would put probably a double wall here. Try to make only one way in. If you have to make a, say a big wall all the way around, like in instance, like if you're in here, I mean, farmers are gonna do farming thing. Okay. Let me definitely planning, because we're not going to do this. Fortification, probably start out with normal walls and just pay for everything. Even once you get your garrison started, I'd probably try to get try to get 3 trained. Even if they're just 50s, don't worry about, try to get this maxed out, but it's early game. You can change this later. It's not going to hurt. This is obnoxious to change later. Just get, a few 50s. Like I said, preferably 3. And even if you have a garrison, you just be like, hey, I'll pay just pay them until you get what you need set up. Because it's easier to try to harvest and grow more than it is to replace the people and what they've sacked and the raids and all that kind of fun stuff. So what I did is I like my roads 3 wide. So what I would do is I did, just in case they wanted to destroy it, 3 walls wide. Then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. As this isn't to scale or anything. And what I do is like, here's a way in and out. I moated around it, even though I know that's a waste of water for some maps. If you, like you said, you had good fertility, so it probably work good for you. Just in case, so that way they wouldn't want to beat the walls. You could try it with or without, whichever works. Then, farmers on the outside. Good luck, boys. So what I would do is I would literally have this path here, and I would 1 garrison at an angle there, 1 here, and 1 here, and just do basically a shoehorn. And then the guys would funnel through here real slow into a homemade kill box. And then as you get more, then you can keep adding behind it or expanding out and do like you've got this here. All right, leave the 3 here. Then later on, when you get, your farms up, do another one. Might take some time, waste a little bit of room, but like instead of a walkway here, this right here could just be the wall, and then this could be leading out to your next resource or something. And then do the same thing here, just with the next 3 training, and then slowly push out. And then the ones that were up here right next to where your main town was kind of nestled, You can pull them up, or you could leave them for backup just in case. That's what I actually did initially against Krull, and it worked real well, but it's just one of those with him ramping up. You really need a kill box, and then, you know, them being fully trained helps out a lot without gear. And then once you get your gear production up and running, then slowly, you know, just one. Check out your production. How's it going? All right, one. And then just slowly walk it down and then come back around. That should help out to prevent from getting on that. But until you get the chokehold and the 3 garrisons trained, I know it stinks. Just pay Krull, because if you don't, he's going to just come in, wreck your garrison, wreck your people, wreck your buildings, and then he's still going to take the stuff and leave. So it's one of those, might as well. At least you can keep an eye on Krull. Speaking of which, do I want to get the next training? Maybe I should get the next training up and, yeah, let's get the next training. Go ahead and turn that one on. All right, how's admin looking? You know, I think we could use another batch of admin training. Right there. Yeah, I don't, like I said, I always did 3 walls wide. I don't know what their idea of it is, but at least if you can keep most of your people safe, say they kill a decent amount of your farmers, you can always turn off, like, maybe not research, but you could turn off your carpentry, your, you know, different stuff like that, because as long as, if you can at least feed them, you can recover. And the stuff's only going to spoil a little bit here and there. And once I found that worked pretty well, that's why I don't actually play with Krull turned on at the moment. Now, when the dev adds, you know, more options, more choices, then yeah, I'm going to turn Krull back on. Just right now, to me, he's a hindrance, and the world map is the challenge. I mean, so that's once he works on Krull a little bit, then I'll go back. I've got nothing against, you know, like you said with RimWorld, I don't mind a little randy random, even though Krull's not really random. Now, I fixed the site now. I went, I think, initially 2 thickness with the wall, and Krull never tried to break through because of the wide opening that I gave it. But I won't guarantee, because that's been 2 patches ago. Yeah, it was right after he returned on the combat stuff and Krull. Oh, Master of Farms is dead. Alright, we can fix that. Alright, we need Garthimi and Aid. It's around 5 or 6 years old where I can assign them work. Okay. Wait, how? I feel kind of guilty. Let's give it, I don't want to go too young. Let's give it to this 5-year-old. What are you? You're a fisherman? Not anymore. You're now the master of farm. Once I find it. Oh, that's right. All right. You're the master of farms. Congratulations. Krieghoff. Who are you? Ugh. How would you like to be a masturbator? Builder don't care. Well, or a universe. No. Libraries and bookmaking. If this added in admin, puppy. Jeez. Play with it. Don't destroy it. Forges, weavers, no. War, no. Pain, no. Battle. Yeah, I think we gotta have a masturbator. That's just too funny. Alright. Oh god, his last name is Surehand? Alright, Surehand. Welcome to the Masturbator Club. Oh, you changed your name to Daniel Putnam? That's not as funny. I guess he saw the comedy and what I was doing and had to change his name. I thought it was funny. I was trying. How are you doing? Alright. Need education. Alright. Hold on. Pause. Are you good for anything? Fruit or veggies? Not really great though. I think I'd rather use you. As an education. Oh, once you get up to where you can do it, Wolf, I would do that too. Especially, it helps a lot. Take your youngest whatever and make them nobility, and whatever the bulk of your people are eating, you're hurting with, like say the farms, make them the master of farms. Or if you mainly do fishing, do that. I mean, and that can help out too. One of the first things I do on a map, if I have it, like I start out, each one of my main foods, the fruit, the veggie, the grain, and the cotton. And I actually, because I always choose to live south, because I will not play on a map or start a map that I cannot have the Gibdons on. Not gonna happen. I won't play on a map if I can't produce Gibdons there. Because for rations for your military, you need steak. That's easy to come by. You also need eggs. Eggs come from them and they ain't cheap neither. So I choose not to play the import game when it comes to that. One there. We're going to need another point of loyalty soon. So, I mean, assigning them to that can help your food out. I think he's from my understanding, he's going to keep it, a little bit of fantasy, but he's going to try to keep it medieval-ish. So I guess you could say, if anything, he might add in other races that are similar to, say, Tolkien or other things, but there won't be, he's not planning a single bit of magic. Now, that being said, if he adds in archers and stuff like that, with the modding community, I'm not going to say that they won't change archers. Instead of shooting arrows, might be some type of mage that's throwing a fireball. That's... Whoa, hold up. Fix that. Now that's 100% within the realm of possibility right there. But to the best of my knowledge, he just wanted to keep it like a fantasy medieval, more in the era of medieval, with no magic and whatnot. Because I know he was wanting to add in sieges. Well, I mean, we've already got sieges, but like siege engines and stuff like that. Oh my god, knock it off with the booze. Alright. How many? Alright, I need 190 girls. Let's fix that. So we need 32 of you. That'll fix that. So that'll get the 190. And they're the best at the pasturing. So